And it, good morning. Fast. You should get whiplash. It's right. It's right here. Okay, so we're going to call to order the council meeting of October 14th, 2025. Could we place our hands over heart? I pledge allegiance. We have a special commendation to present to the Women's National Basketball Players Association. Roll call. Oh, roll call. Okay. Madam Clerk, you call the roll?
Yes, sir, Mayor. Quorum is present for our City Council, Successor Agency, and Housing Authority.
And to the Women's National Basketball Players Association, Councilwoman Falk recommended this, and the council signed on to it. It says, whereas the mayor and council members of the city of Inglewood, California, expresses support to the Women's National Basketball Players Association, and whereas the WNBPA was established in 1998, is the first professional sports union for women and continues to promote the interests, aspirations, and long-term visions of WNBA players. And whereas the members of the WNBPA are professional athletes representing 13 teams across 13 U.S. cities, including the Los Angeles Sparks, who play in Crypto.com Arena, and we don't hold that against them, and upcoming expansion teams planned in Toronto, Portland, Cleveland, Detroit, and Philadelphia. And whereas the WNBPA is currently engaged in a sixth contract negotiation at the end of this month, with the WNBPA advocating for fair wages, better benefits, and professional working conditions. And whereas these negotiations come as a historic moment for the WNBA, as the league experiences unprecedented growth in revenue, attendance, and franchise valuation. And whereas the WNPPA's requests promote gender pay equity, workplace fairness, and recognition of women athletes as vital contributors to sports, entertainment, and local economies. Now, therefore, be it known that the mayor and council members of the city of Inglewood, California, expresses its support for the members of the WNBPA and urges the WNBA to work in good faith towards a fair, equitable, and timely settlement that ensures equitable compensation, benefits, and safe working conditions for all of its players. Presented this 14th day of October 2025. So,
And then, thank you, Mayor. And then we have the president of the LA County Fed, Yvonne Wheeler, that is here to accept on behalf of the WNBA Players Association, because they are in contract negotiations. They are unable to participate in events like this at this time. So she will be speaking during the public comment period on their behalf.
okay,
Thank you, Mayor.
all right.
And then we do want to take a picture with Yvonne Wheeler, if we can, Mayor. Thank you.
If you'd like to speak now, we
We would
do
love that.
that way.
Thank you. Yes,
See, I figured
yes.
that. Right over there.
Right over there. Thank you.
Ma'am?
Oh,
right here.
right over here. Ms. Wheeler.
Thank you, Mayor Butts and distinguished members of the Inglewood City Council. My name is Yvonne Wheeler, and I'm the proud president of the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor, representing over 800,000 union members in almost every industry in Los Angeles County. And I think you have done my job for me today. This is the easiest resolution I've had to speak on. And as we know that far too long, the WNBA players, some of the most talented athletes in the world, has given everything to this league while receiving far too little in return. And today, I thank you for standing in support of these talented women because enough is enough. Fair revenue sharing is not a luxury. When these players receive only 9% of the revenue they generate, something that is deeply broken. This isn't just about pay, it's about respect, it's about recognition and partnership in the success they create every single game. If the NBA can do it, the WNBA should be able to do it as well. Safe and dignified travel is not a privilege, it's a necessity. After 40 minutes of blood, sweat, and brilliance, no player should have to squeeze into a cramped coach seat. Charter flights must be the rule and not the exception. Year-round health protections are not optional. When your body is your career, care cannot be an exception to the rule and end at every season. WNBA players do not have health care when they're not playing. Maternity and reproductive support are not special favors, they are human rights. No woman should ever have to choose between her family and her future. And fair scheduling with real time for rest is not negotiable. Most games, more pressure must mean more support, not more injuries. And these demands are not radical, they are reasonable. They are not extravagant, they are essential. And they are not just for good for the players, they are smart for the league's future. And because of the women in the NBA is growing, the fans are coming, the ratings are climbing, the world is watching, and now is the moment to lead with fairness, with vision, and with courage. So today we stand with every WNBA player who refuses to settle, who demands to be valued, who plays not just for victory, but for justice. Because this fight is bigger than basketball. It's about every young girl who picks up a ball, dreams of a future where she can play, compete, and win without sacrificing her dignity and her worth. The time for change is not someday, the time is now. So, on behalf of the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor and the WNBA Players Association, we thank you for honorably supporting these women in the WNBA and passing this resolution in support of their fight for fairness. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get to going. So now, public comment, any persons wishing to address the city council, successor agency, housing authority on any item on the agendas may do so at this time. Uh-oh,
Whatever.
welcome.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I am speaking to follow right behind our amazing Miss Yvonne Wheeler. My name is Haley Hutt, here speaking on behalf of Assemblywoman Tina McKenna in regards to fair play, deserving fair pay. Yes. When we talk about the WNBA, we are not just talking about basketball. We're talking about excellence, resilience, and representation. We're talking about women who play at the highest level, who train just as hard, who inspire just as deeply, and yet still fight for something that should be automatic: fairness. For decades, WNBA players have carried more than just a ball. They've carried the weight of inequality. They fly commercial when their peers fly private. They play back-to-back games with less recovery time. They risk injury playing overseas just to be able to make ends meet. And despite record-breaking ratings, sold-out arenas, and sponsorship deals that prove that the game is growing, these players aren't seeing the fair share of that growth reflecting in their contracts. This fight isn't about greed, it's about equity. It's about recognizing that visibility and respect must come with real value. It's about mothers who deserve maternity protection, veterans who deserve retirement security, and young athletes who deserve a dream without compromise. When we say fair contracts, we're talking about more than money. We're talking about an investment in the future of women's sports. Every dollar, every benefit, every structural change says to these athletes, we see you, we value you, we believe in what you bring to this game. So as the WNBA and the Players Union sit around this negotiation table, we have to keep in spotlight the rights where it belongs, on fairness, partnership, and respect. Because the truth is simple. The league doesn't grow without its players, and if we want the WNBA to shine like we know it can, it's time for these contracts to reflect the power, the passion, and the purpose of women who make this league great. Thank you so much for adopting this resolution today, and I couldn't be more honored to stand with the Assemblywoman and yourselves in support of this. Thank you.
All right.
Make sure you thank the Assemblywoman for that. Okay, now we're going to go to item 1, CSA 1 and H1,
Warrant register.
and we'll receive and file. Now we'll go to the consent calendar, items 2 through 5.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye. 01.
Staff report recommending the mayor and council members introduce an ordinance amending Inglewood Municipal Code Section 11-96.6 to increase the administrative fines for the possession of dangerous fireworks to the fullest extent authorized by state law.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members Gray.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Butts.
Aye.
Alex, you wanted to introduce?
I'll introduce.
All right, so now it's
you.
introduced, and now we go on to A1.
Nothing to report other than happy to be back, Mayor.
Glad to have you back, buddy. CM1,
No reports.
CC1.
No report, Mayor.
Wait a minute, my heart. Appointments to boards, commissions, and committees, there are none. Now we'll go to public comment. Any persons wishing to address the city council on any matter connected with city business not elsewhere considered on the agenda may do so at this time.
Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, and to the council. I just stand to say thank you for your recognition and consideration on this past Sunday in our celebration of 10 years as pastor and 50 years as Greater New Bethel Church. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sir. Now we go to mayor and council remarks. We'll start with Councilwoman Gray. Whoops, I'm sorry. Please.
It's okay. Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Cherie, and I've got two companies here in Inglewood. One is a creative production company, and the other one is called Culture Cart, which is a micromobility company. First, woman-owned, black-owned pedicab company here in Inglewood. And I just want to introduce myself. I've talked to some of you, Mayor Butts. I've shown you the cab. I've been meeting with Lisa Trifoletti to discuss the micromobility plan here in Inglewood. I'm also on the General Plan Advisory Committee and looking at what the micromobility hubs will look like. Just wanted to let you know there is a black-owned, woman-owned micromobility company here, like pedicabs, that can get people safely, efficiently, and in a fun, awesome, entertaining way to the events around SoFi, into a dome, and all that stuff. So if we could support you, would love to. We also have a lot of data. We've moved thousands of people over the last 6 months to the events. So if you're trying to figure out, hey, what's going on in Inglewood with transportation, we've got a lot of data. So would love to just connect with you. Thanks.
Thank you. Is there any more public comment?
I don't see anybody.
With that, we'll close public comment and go to Councilwoman Gray in District 1 as we start our council comment.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, everyone, for being here. First, let me start off by congratulating Brian Walker. I believe this is appropriate. So, on a well-deserved promotion to Director of Emergency Management and Protective Services. So congratulations, well-deserved. And thank you to all the employees who work here because you do a phenomenal job. I appreciate all the staff, everyone, all the employees. Yesterday, I attended a celebration of life for Nathaniel Nelson, the mayor we already adjourned the meeting, I believe, last week in his memory, but his celebration of life was yesterday. His wife and he were residents of Osage Village, so I just wanted to make that announcement. It was a beautiful service. Condolences again to Joyce and the Nelson family. On Saturday morning, I attended a special breakfast, and I say special because this is a small business in District 1. It's called Mingo's Bar, and they closed. Saturday morning was their last day, and so you see here the picture of Morgan Allen. The owner is Laura Curtis, Weta Frazier, and Margaret Harrison is a woman-owned business, and we will miss her, but thank you, everyone who's associated with that business for your service to this community. Also, on Saturday, I attended along with the mayor and others, I believe Councilwoman Falk was there and others, and Eloy, Gracias Gustavo. It was a wonderful celebration of Gustavo Dudamel at the Yola Center. Congratulations to Sharice Rhodes, who I believe was the promoter. She facilitated the event, and it was just a wonderful event. And so that's the picture of some of the folks who were there. We even had the State Superintendent, Tony Thurman was there, along with Dr. Morris, and you see some others in the picture. But it was a wonderful event, so congratulations to Sharice, and congratulations to Gustavo Dudamel, which is the music and artistic director for LA Philharmonic in Yola. Also, Sunday afternoon, I attended a wonderful celebration, and believe Pastor Farrell just spoke about it, but it was the 10th pastoral anniversary for Pastor Ricky Farrell's 10 years serving in that capacity for his parishioners and the community, and also the 50-year anniversary of the church. So congratulations again, Pastor Farrell. Thank you very much. Lastly, I want to remind everyone, District 1 Town Hall meeting with Senator Laurie Richardson on Monday, October 20th at 5:30 p.m. I encourage everyone to come. Senator Richardson will give an update on her work in Sacramento, and we will have city staff to be there to talk about, update on their issues, their projects and programs, and also the public can answer questions. So thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Ooh, thank you. That was right on time. Councilwoman Padilla.
Great. Again, thank you, Mayor. And, I think the WNBA and the presentation we did speaks for itself, that we support their endeavors to write something that is just not, what do we say, it just ain't right, So we got to fix it, and you got to fix it by taking a stand. And that's what we did today. I also want to congratulate Brian Walker. Brian, well-deserved promotion. Folks, his background is more than qualifies him for what he does. We're actually very fortunate to have somebody of your caliber here in this leadership role, because what you do is so critical when you talk about public safety and you talk about emergency preparedness and the information you and your staff put out. Even most recently, as the last couple of days with the rain and the storm and everything that could have, would have, should have happened, whatever, you put it out there, right? And you send it to all of us so that we can share with our community and our residents. So thank you, and again, congrats on your well-deserved promotion. The Gracia Gustavo Dudamel event at the Yola Center was amazing. The young men and women that were performing, the talent that they have, just amazing. Our future is bright when you look at these young, I don't want to call them kids, but these young men and women, they just played their hearts out. And they were very, very, when you spoke to them afterwards, just very, very humble and gracious to have the opportunity to play here in the city of Inglewood. So a great event. Also, we're in Operation Clean Sweep. What does that mean? That if it's your day of trash pickup on that Saturday, you bring out your items so that your bulky items can get picked up. Please don't bring them up at 10 in the morning or 11 in the afternoon. Do it early, like maybe 6 in the morning or 7, so when our trucks get out there, it's already there, and they can pick it up and get it out. Because, I hate getting those phone calls, hey, it's, 10 o'clock, and no, put it out early so our trucks can pick it up, right? So just do yourself a favor, be prepared, okay? And also, I hope to see everybody this coming Saturday, South Lawn of City Hall, is our City of Inglewood Harvest Festival. Starts at 1 o'clock and goes till 5 o'clock. Bring your family and your children out here, and let's celebrate a wonderful event in the City of Inglewood. With that, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thank you, sir. Councilwoman Dion Falk, District 4.
Thank you, thank you. Just wanted to thank Yvonne Wheeler again for coming out and accepting the commendation on behalf of the WNBA, PA Players Association, and I want to thank my colleagues up here on the dais standing in support of the NBA players for their contract negotiations. So hopefully they will be able to strike a deal that works for them. So hopefully that works out. And thank you all so much for your support. We have a Morningside meeting, 2 meetings coming up. And it will be on the campus of Morningside. And what's happening is we have a large development that's happening, 571 units. So we will be having a meeting this Thursday, October 16th, and then Saturday, October 25th. So please reach out to my office. Want to make sure that you get all the information, but we did notify the residents in the area. We will have a community meeting regarding that large development. So please pay attention and please come out and attend those meetings. And then I just want to congratulate a few people. First off is Brian Walker. Congratulations. You deserve it. You have been amazing, and you're going to run that new division so amazingly. So we all up here wish you the best. You're going to knock it out the park. I also want to congratulate Beulah Stamps. She's been living in the city of Inglewood for 60 years. Congratulations, Beulah Stamps. Thank you so much for continuing to stay in the city of Inglewood. She's seen the good times, the bad times, and now the good times again. And then lastly, I want to congratulate my little man, Fitzgerald Falk. He had a wonderful speech at our church on Sunday, and he knocked it out the park. And so my little man in the 9th grade, I just wanted to acknowledge the great job that he did. And that's all I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. And so now we go to Councilman L.M. Morales.
Thank you, sir. So really quick, the resolution we passed on the for the WNBA, so much of it is, a resolution says basically it lets everybody know where we stand, but mostly it also educates each other. I want to thank Councilwoman Dion Falk for kind of bringing it to our attention, because with it we teach each other. So it's important to do these items. We help each other understand. I had no idea that's what the WN, but of course we support it. We support what's right. So, thank you for that and congratulations. I want to point out the police officers, a group of them played the baseball league kids in a softball game on Sunday. And, they're always there supportive. They look out for the kids. And when you start young, having this kind of relationship, it means something. So thank you to the officers, especially Officer Mosley, who organized it. The Little League reached out and told me they had a great time, so congratulations for that. The event, I believe Councilman Padilla talked about it across the street, the Gracias Gustavo event for Dudamel. I have to say that, you know, it's amazing how time flies. When Yola first came over and Mayor, you know, worked through some of the deal over there with the building and everything else, and then we found out Yola was coming. They got to be part of our transition as a city. And that's why it's so meaningful. Every time we see Yola, every time I'm over there, it's kind of a reminder of when we made that turn, because they actually were one of the major pieces at the beginning of our kind of when we started really turning upwards. And you know, Gustavo Dudamel was a big part of that, because if you notice, when the mayor or some of us talk about the upswing in the city, we mentioned Yola. So, and the reason we mention it, because it's so special, and it continues to be so it was a great event. And then finally, Brian Walker. You know, Brian's one of those guys where, you know, you wonder why he's around until something major happens, and then you know why he's around. And you know, when he first came over, and the mayor created this department with him, with Brian, you know, I used to, you know, what's going on? But then we got COVID, and he was one of the most impressive people in the county. Heard him at one of the meetings. Amazing. We're lucky to have you, Brian. Congratulations. And, you know, we hope you care about the city, continue to care about the city as much as you do. So congratulations, and good. That's all I got, Mayor. Thank you.
Okay. Real quick, thank you, Councilwoman Fall, for bringing the WNBA to our attention. It's a interesting situation they have. Usually they decide salaries for players based on sponsorship revenues and broadcast revenues. And the reality is that the men's league brings in more money, but there needs to be some type of equalization so that those revenues are better distributed. So thank you for that. Gustavo Dudamel, you know, when the Security Bank came up for sale, and it used to be a Burger King too, some people wanted to buy it, and I says, no, the city should buy it because they're not creating any more land. And so we held on to it. And then I got into talks with the LA Phil, met Gustavo, and they bought it from us. And in fact, we ended up making $1.5 million, and I feel bad because I would have given $1.5 million to have the LA Philharmonic here. And the kids and the program are just what it does for the ambiance and the culture of the city has been amazing. Excuse me. Gustavo Dudamel, and that's his family. He's become a friend of mine, and we've exploded in the city, and this is one of those things that caused us to explode. Last thing, and talk about Brian Walker. Now, Brian, I met in 2006 when I was assistant general manager at the Los Angeles World Airport System, and he would end up becoming an assistant chief there. And so when he came here, I don't know, probably 6 years ago, Brian? 8 years ago. See how fast time flies? You know, we didn't have an emergency management division. And as we exploded, we needed that operation. And he, from the time I met him, I would tell you, I said, this guy's a Boy Scout. I mean, he does everything right. He's very serious. He's added a lot to the city. So congratulations, Brian. Congratulations. And with that, we'll leave 35 seconds on the clock, and we're adjourned.